Saudi Arabia's deserts are vast and golden, where water is more precious than gold, but beneath these sands millions of gallons of salty water were hidden, not oil. This salty water, a waste from the oil industry, was poisoning the land. The solution? Lock it deep underground to heal the desert. The desert is full of life, but salt was turning it into a lifeless scar. Saudi scientists acted, using technology to help nature recover. Now, life is returning. This is the desert's hidden secret. Saudi Arabia is huge, but water is its greatest challenge. With almost no rivers and rare rain, every drop counts. For centuries, people survived on oases, tiny green lifelines in a sea of sand. But as the population and industry grew, so did the thirst for water. Oil made Saudi Arabia rich, but extracting it uses a lot of water, and leaves behind salty brine. Brine is useless for drinking or farming. It's a waste that threatens the land. For years, the solution was to dump this salty water into evaporation ponds. The sun would dry the water but leave behind thick layers of salt. These salt flats poisoned the soil, killed plants, and drove animals away. The white scars spread, blown by the wind, damaging more land each year. The problem was growing, and the old solution was making things worse. Scientists and leaders knew they needed a better answer, one that would protect the desert for generations. Simply pouring salty water on the ground was no longer an option. The kingdom needed a new idea, something bold and lasting. The future of the desert depended on finding a way to deal with this salty waste. The search for a solution began, a solution that would change the landscape forever. The challenge: save the land, protect the people, and secure the future. The answer would require science, innovation, and a new way of thinking. Saudi Arabia was ready to try something never done before. The stage was set for a transformation beneath the sand. The thirsty kingdom was about to make history. The answer was simple, yet revolutionary. Bury the salty water deep underground. Engineers mapped out a plan to send millions of gallons of brine back into the earth, far from plants and animals. First, they searched for underground rock layers that could safely hold the water, sealed by solid rock above. Geologists found the perfect spots, and construction began. Pipelines, like hidden rivers, were built to carry the brine across the desert. These pipes had to be tough, stretching for hundreds of kilometers. At the end, deep wells called injection wells were drilled, reaching thousands of meters below the surface. The salty water was pumped down, filling porous rock like a giant underground sponge. The cap rock above locked the brine away, preventing it from ever returning to the surface. This was one of the largest projects of its kind in the world. The goal trapped the salty waste safely and permanently, protecting the desert above. A grand plan hidden beneath the sand was now in motion. Imagine the journey of a single drop of salty water. It starts at an oil facility, separated from oil, and collected with millions of other droplets. Instead of evaporating in a toxic pond, it's pumped into a massive pipeline. The droplet races beneath the desert, hidden from the blazing sun and wandering camels. After a long journey, it arrives at an injection site, a gateway to the deep earth. Powerful pumps force it down a well, plunging through layers of rock and sand. Deeper than the tallest skyscraper, the droplet finally reaches a porous sandstone layer. Here it joins countless others, forming a new underground sea. Above, a thick cap of rock seals it in, ensuring it can never escape. The droplet's journey is complete, safely stored far from the world above. This process repeats millions of times, turning waste into a hidden solution. The desert is protected, and the cycle of pollution is broken. One droplet's journey multiplied is changing the fate of the land. With the salty water buried, the desert began to heal. The ugly white salt flats vanished, replaced by clean golden sand. The wind no longer carried poison, the land could finally recover. Scientists monitored the underground reservoirs, ensuring the brine stayed locked away. Above ground, tough desert plants returned, their seeds sprouting after years of waiting. Animals followed, lizards, insects, and birds reclaiming their home. The project didn't just hide a problem, it sparked a process of renewal. The desert's natural resilience was unleashed, and life slowly returned. This was ecological restoration in action, a damaged land given a second chance. The project proved that industry and nature can coexist. Saudi Arabia protected its oil industry while restoring its unique desert. The land was reborn, and the future looked brighter. A new desert, full of hope, emerged from the sands. The project's success brought an unexpected gift. The old salt flats, now clean, became home to special plants called halophytes, plants that thrive in salty soil. Scientists realized these areas could be used to grow food for animals like camels and goats. The once polluted land was transformed into valuable pasture. But the surprises didn't stop there. Some halophytes can be used to make biofuel, a clean, renewable energy source. What began as a solution for oil waste could help create the fuel of the future. The desert scars became green fields and new opportunities. This project turned a problem into a platform for innovation. Saudi Arabia's hidden water story shows how creative thinking can solve many problems at once. Even in the harshest places, hope and new life can grow. The desert's transformation is a lesson for the world. With bold ideas, we can protect our planet and build a better future.